Our top focus at this hour, Europe's medicines regulator once again reiterated its backing of AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine after Germany suspended its use for people above the age of 60 years. The EMA reaffirmed that no particular age group or gender was susceptible to getting blood clots after receiving the AstraZeneca shot. The EMA issued a statement after hearing with a panel of independent external experts on Monday and said that a causal link with the vaccine is not proven, but it is possible and further analysis continues, and reiterated that the vaccine's benefits outweighed any potential risks. The EMA's reassurance came after several countries like Canada, Germany, France and Spain limited the use of the AstraZeneca vaccine after reports of blood clotting after the vaccination emerged. The body said that it had analysed 62 such cases globally, consulting with regulators in India, Brazil and Britain. 44 of the cases had occurred in the European Economic Area. Germany's vaccine oversight body said on Tuesday that it had registered 31 cases of clotting, which resulted in 9 deaths out of some 2.7 million people who had received the vaccine. Now, our correspondent Lucy, who joins us live from Brussels for more on this. Lucy, thanks so much for joining us. Now, the EMA has once again reiterated its support for the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine after Germany suspended its use for people above the age of 60 years. Europe's vaccine strategy has been criticized globally, even by the World Health Organization, as being too slow. So what lies ahead for the continent?
Well, certainly the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine is absolutely crucial to the bloc's expedited vaccine rollout. But you'll know that there's been a number of issues with the bloc's relationship with that supplier. There's been a drastic cut in its delivery targets in the first quarter, with less than half of what was originally forecast actually delivered here, and then a number of restrictions placed on the vaccine and in its use. Initially, it was restricted to only to under 65 age groups because of fears about its efficacy in those older age groups because of a lack of data in its clinical trials. There was then a temporary suspension due to these fears of blood clotting, and now the reverse. We've now got the vaccine restricted in younger age groups due to fears of blood clots. As you say, 31 cases reported in Germany and 9 fatalities. Now, EMA has repeatedly defended the vaccine, saying that its benefits far outweighed the risks of its use, and that countries should not suspend or in any way restrict their vaccine rollouts due to the continued threat of COVID-19, the third wave that is making its way aggressively through many parts of this continent. But whether or not this decision from the European Medicines Agency will have any impact on the decisions in Germany and France remains to be seen.
Right now, Lucy, cases are surging across the continent. In fact, recently, French President Macron called Europe's inoculation strategy too weak. Now, despite the criticism, there seems to be a vaccination hesitation among many Europeans. So tell us more about this.
Yeah, and particularly in France, there's vaccine hesitancy of some of the highest in the world. Some 40% of French citizens, according to a recent poll, saying that they have hesitancy about taking a vaccine, and that's certainly proving difficult in France's vaccine rollout, which is moving slowly even compared to elsewhere in the continent, although it has picked up in recent days. There were some record vaccination figures of some 400,000 per day in the last few days. Now, French President Emmanuel Macron yesterday announced a third lockdown in his country, closing schools and essentially confining people to their homes after work for a 3-week period. He said vaccination, vaccination, vaccination in a tweet, meaning that ensuring the expedited rollout of the vaccine in the country in the coming weeks, while there are these stricter lockdown measures in place, will be crucial for his country's recovery. But certainly a worrying situation there. Case numbers have been spiking drastically in recent days and weeks, and particularly hospitals in and around the Paris region have been at full capacity.
Right. Thanks so much, Lucy, for joining us on this broadcast and for all your inputs. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.